Halloween Stories. Author and narrator, KK. Bhola. Once upon a time there was a factory by name Narrator. There were 30 to 40 workers working in that factory. The factory owner was typical miser and very negligent. He never cared for the workers and was very harsh at them. One night the owner was traveling back to his home in his car. He enters a lane which looks very horrifying. There was not even a single street light in that lane. It was full of big trees. He uses that lane daily to reach his home and so he was used to it. He never had any problem. One night he entered that lane as regularly he does. But that day the lane seemed something weird. There were some horrifying sounds heard all around. He was afraid and started looking around, then suddenly he runs his car over a person. Boom! There was a big sound and the person flies over the car. The owner was shocked and stops his car. He gets down the car and looks for the person around. But he finds no one. He gets anxious and starts sweating. He then suddenly feels some white smoky thing passes in front of him with light speed. He gets frightened and fastly gets into the car to reach his house. He starts moving forward and suddenly the car stops and he finds that the petrol is over. Looking at this, the owner was surprised as just a few minutes back when he started from the factory he has filled his car with petrol. Suddenly a hand full of blood hits his window and the owner starts shouting loudly as he was afraid. Not knowing what to do, he starts looking around and then he sees a car light coming towards his car and that was a cab approaching him. He stops the cab and gets into the cab. The cab moves on. With a sign of relief, the owner rests back onto the seat. Then suddenly he finds a very weird and dangerous thing running behind the car. He gets even more frightened and starts praying to God in fear. Finally he reaches his home. He runs in hurry towards the door and starts banging the main door, calling his servant Jim. Jim, open the door, fast. The servant comes running and he opens the door. The owner closes the door and locks the door. Looking at him, the servant asks, "Sir, are you ok? Is anything wrong? Why are you so tensed and sweating so much?" The owner sits on the sofa and asks for water. The servant gets the water. Owner then drinks some water and replies, "No, nothing, everything is fine. I am hungry, serve me some food." The owner tells his servant Jim and moves on to the dining chair.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?